Job, guys. And then we're going to work shrimping. So remember, you're going to drive off your base foot, lift your hip a little bit so that you're not dragging your whole body across the mat. That's only going to make it harder. So you're doing like a little baby bridge to get your hip up. And you're going to drive yourself up. Your end goal is see if you can get your hip in line with your head. The further you can take that bridge, the better. And then I want you to pull yourself back with that base foot. We want this ground mobility. So you're going to lift, drive, pull back. Lift, drive, pull back. So you should be able to stay roughly in the same spot. Make sure you're pulling yourself back with that. So this is the foot that we're going to push off of. Don't think like you're going to kick it. Just kind of keep it into the ground, and I want you to do this in slow motion. So face off this, lift your hip up, and slowly push yourself out to the side. Really push off the side. Push your butt. Yep, drive. Yes, now keeping this here, pull yourself back. Yes, because it's not like a push. I want you to be able to do this with control on one side. Yes. Drive out. Yes, and then pull it back in. Because sometimes we need to like go for broke and do it with power, but sometimes we just need your feet. So I want to make sure you curve and pull yourself forward. Yeah. Exactly. This is just a really important fundamental movement for how we're going to work our ground mobility. All right, so there are 8 billion of us here today, so it's a good day to not do takedowns. I know. I was like, not today, not today. So we're just like gonna steer each other. So we're gonna focus in on some groundwork today, so that we can make sure that we don't crack each other in the head. Kristen, are you gonna come over here for me? So we've been looking at our leg drag passing. What I want to do to start is just focus in on a little bit of our body mechanics for a leg drag pass. If you'll lay down for me, Chris. And I'm going to have you bring your feet up. So this is a scenario that is going to be normal if like I'm playing jiu-jitsu and my opponent is working their open guard, right? So whatever happened, he's here, I'm here. I don't want to just like walk into the guard because he can just grab my ankles and push me backwards. Like it's over. So I need to make sure that I'm being intelligent about this. I always want one foot back so that he can't just grab both ankles. And I want to make sure that I'm a little hinged and I've got my knees a little bent. Like I'm kind of always in this like sprinter's position. That's going to keep me in base and help me with my balance. So what I'm going to look at for our leg drag drill today is I'm going to take my lead leg and I'm going to step this inside the guard and I'm going to be pivoting it out. This foot, if it's just hanging out, I'm just going to grab it for right now. But a lot of people that have done jiu-jitsu for a while are going to instinctually put this on my hip. So whether or not he puts there for me, I don't care. Either way, I'm going for this one, right? So I step in, I'm turning my knee out. I'm going to grab this ankle, and where I'm hinged, I'm going to straighten up and pull that foot up. So you see, I got rid of that crease, that Chris's foot was So I've lifted this, and now I can bring my other arm in to put this foot on my pocket. And that's all I'm going to worry about for right now. I want to make sure we get this movement down. So now I'll give him his foot back. So here, he has the open guard. I'm in a good base. I'm kind of in my sprinter stance. I'm going to walk in, my forward knee pushes his leg outward because I don't want him driving my leg like this. So we're pushing that outward. His foot's going to find my hip because that's what every jiu-jitsu guy is going to start doing. My hand around his ankle, straighten up, drive it over to my pocket. I'll bring this back, and then I'll try the other side. This foot goes in, I find his heel, straighten up. Because I'm not even utilizing the knee grips right now is how you see me coming under like shoot, okay.
Let me do my jump shot. This is my jump shot. So here's
Okay. I used to do
belt to go underneath that. Above your belt.
Same stuff. Yeah, so this is going to push his leg out. Because one of the things that he's going to want to do is each is supposed to come in. So you're bent. You're like, no, this is out here. So what he's then going to do is actually back your hips. So now that you're holding that, you're going to straighten your body. Straighten up. Yes. Now you're and just stay right here. Right. I have to get my legs right. So now disengage back up, and we'll do it again. Yeah. So try like 5 or 6 times each side, and then switch the partner that's standing, so we can get some higher reps in on this.
Yes. Did you want to keep my legs? You can tell my legs that I'll go in.
So we are a little hinge here, right? When you grab his ankle, I want you to straighten your whole body and pull up. Because when you straighten your yeah, so the whole body comes up, and then you bring it over, and then you can hinge it. Yeah, so it's like you take away the spot. No problem.
Side.
Yeah, I know. So those are some
I wish this would have made sense. I wish this would have made sense a lot sooner, you know?
That'd be a great picture of you just going,
How's that going?
He was on my blind side, and I was like, a person. I am a dangerous martial artist who is trained in situational awareness. I know what is around me at all times.
Yeah. Oh, I miss my Sundays. Does it make sense to you? Because, you know, after 4 years of taking this, I'm like, oh, it probably makes sense.
Yeah, I think it makes sense.
When I do it,
it's when I actually roll that my brain is like, oh my god.
yeah. What's happening?
So slow down a little bit. Part of the problem is your like either, I know it's a little funky, but that's all the more this is your big practice, right? So this is going to help.
Because to me, it makes sense. I can never make an entry. I end up like running into somebody.
It's actually going to help with your balance.
Or like what I'll do is I'll forget to like go like that and put it in my pocket and I'll just push it to the side.
Yeah, and not
Yeah.
Duh.
So a lot of this movement is like up in here, it's straight down. So I gotta get rid of the week, I want to make this even better for you.
Ma'am.
Shoot. Everything you're doing is correct. We're just gonna add an extra thing.
Okay.
So if she's being like really persistent with this and there's a lot of force, I won't be able to just bring it across my body. So what I need to do is go up.
Okay.
Because you see now she's not on anything.
Right.
And then I can do that.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, if she's being kind of lazy, I'll just like pop her foot with her.
Right.
But when there's that pressure there and I'm like, oh no, I gotta get rid. Now there's nothing stopping me. And then I can still back foot. So really think about doing almost that like kettlebell swing movement. Hips go up,
Sure.
they go back down.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once there's resistance, that's gonna help.
Right. Exactly. So add that.
Thanks, Sammy.
You're welcome. Alright guys, let's add on to this a little bit. Everybody's looking really good. Can I borrow you again, Mr. Chris? There you are. Can you lay down again for me, sir? So like I was talking about with some of you, a really important movement here is making sure that I'm using my hips for this. Because if we're just hanging out and being casual, I can like move his leg, right? But when we're rolling for real and he's trying to keep me here, there's gonna be a lot of like pressure here, a lot of movement. My arms are not strong enough to move away. That's just never gonna be how that goes for me. So what I need to do is use my body mechanics to take away the shelf that the foot is on. So this is not gonna work for me under resistance unless I'm using my hips. Because you see now, I did like just stood still and lost my balance. It's like by standing up straight, I took that away. And now that this is here just floating in the wind, I can direct it. So now that I've moved this over to the other side of my hip, I'm gonna finish my leg drag. This knee was already on the inside, so all I need to do now is continue to drive this knee down exactly. I'm gonna staple it down to the mat. And by staple, I mean I want my knee and my toes touching the mat. So I've trapped his foot, or his leg. And now that we're here, if he has a gi, I like to reinforce this even more with my inside hand. I consider my inside hand to always be the side he's facing, right? This is outside, it's behind him. This is inside, it's where everything is. My inside hand will grab his same side collar, weird, and I'm just gonna put some tension in that and drop my elbow on it. And what this does is it just takes away his leverage from bringing that hip back up. Because I always want to think, if I'm rolling with somebody who has a huge size or strength advantage on me, if I like leave this leg free and Chris like drives his legs like this, even if he doesn't successfully move me, now he's off balance to me and I can't do what I want to do. So if I'm rolling with a guy 5 times bigger than me, I need to make sure that that leverage is taken away so he just can't utilize that ability. Because now that we're here, push your leg up against me. It's just, yeah, it's just the leverage of it. It's because of how his body is turned, and I'm just in his way. You know, I'm not being strong, I'm just here. So now that I've gotten this pinned position, I'm gonna move over to side control. So I'm gonna take my outside hand, the one that's behind him, and I'm gonna snake it in so that I can find his neck, because I wanna set up a cross face. And now I'll switch how my knees are. My right knee was stapled. I'm gonna drop my left knee and start to pick my right knee up. And I'll just slide myself right on over to my side control position. And by moving that way, you see I've already nullified the frame that would have been here.
Yep.
And I have my underhook on this side. So even with him having this frame in, I'm not really too worried about it because I can play with that, right? So now I have my good pin. So we're gonna work totally from the top. He's got his feet up, he's playing open guard. I'm gonna enter that open guard intelligently, pointing my knee out, his other foot finds my hip, and a lot of people too, they'll be grabbing this ankle. I don't worry about that from here. So he's here, because I'm still gonna be able to staple this leg. So I'm gonna find his heel, straighten, drag it over, because now if he keeps this ankle, let go of it when you feel uncomfortable, as I'm driving down, I'm pinning his arm. So it's not really a threat to me with what I'm doing in this scenario. Yeah, because now his arm's just like, ah. and now my inside arm will grab his gi, because I always want to make sure I have a moment of control. Most people in this room are faster than me, so I don't want to be like, "Ugh, I'm gonna run out of oxygen." I want to pin him, make sure I have control, get him a little tired. Now my outside hand will snake around into his neck. I'll switch my knees, and I can find his other arms. Scoot out on his back. Any questions? Anyone need to see that again? So pretty good with it? I get
I
you.
didn't notice you going palm down when you go around the head instead of grabbing, you're going like this.
Oh, like the way that it's
Yeah.
coming in? It makes it easier for me to swim because we need to do a lot. Because when I'm trying to do this, he's always going to be trying to stop me, right? Because he knows where I'm going. So if I'm trying to just come in here and he starts fighting me, like now we're in like a weird grabby fight, because he knows he doesn't want me in here. So if I turn my hand and sneak past it, I can swim through. So it just makes my path a little easier. And then once I'm here, I can do whatever I want. I tend to play here because being a smaller player, I don't like attaching myself to a person unless I can feel that I got like a really good pin. Because if he's so big that I can't sell very well, he can bring it home. So I tend to play a lot like this, where I can just kind of like move shape. But yes, swimming is a big part of how we get those inside hooks. Because he knows where I'm going, he's just gonna block me. But if I go, I can come under. That's a good question. Any other questions? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Try like 1 or 2 times on each side before you switch the top and bottom person, just to get a lot of reps in.
Thank you.
And I'm like, I was just saying how graceful you were with your hand and like.
Can we stand up for me? So a drill that we used to do all the time is I have an underhook, you have an overhook. Remember this, right? So then we swim, and this really gets you used to how to swim under an underhook.
Yeah.
Because if I'm just like, oh, get in there, you're gonna be like, wow.
Actually, we did it on the couch as well.
Yeah, you gotta swim under if you want those underhooks.
I know, but your hands are like,
Yeah.
oh, so graceful. And I'm like,
It's only ever graceful if I'm already swimming. It's not. I stand up, I really lose it.
Okay, so this, snake, right here, and then where do I swing my arm around? Oh, this one. And then here. Where do I swim with this hand? I'm sorry.
Oh, 1 second, sir.
I had a moment of.
So she kind of just like started balling up in here. So I might choose to just take her back. And if I'm gonna swim in, because normally she's like fighting in here, right? I'm actually swimming in some open right? Oh wait, no. That's what's happening. Okay, this is gonna come around her neck. Yeah, because you're gonna drop this. I'll show you the other side. Okay, this is the side of it. You gotta come under now to get your underhook on this side.
Here, here, here.
Drop it, and now, because this comes around her neck, because you want to cross-face her,
Cross-face.
and as you're moving, this is going to get your underhook on the other side.
Oh, okay.
So start moving this way. Like drop your knee and come around behind her. Yes, because this is how you're going to get your side control. Yeah.
Thanks, Daddy. It'll screw me up on the other side. I know, she's like all grown up now. You're drilling? Just like holding everything.
push her knees together. Yeah. That's gonna stop her from moving. Mm-hmm. And then get your under.
She's all grown up.
I know. You click and they're doing leg drag. But make sure when you step in though that you're not like, yeah, because she's just gonna push you right over. Wait, slow yourself down. Where do we want this?
It's weird because when you're down, I don't know which way to go. That's what's throwing me off.
Yeah. So you're rushing yourself. Don't rush yourself. Once you get that leg across and you drop, take your inside arm and grab her collar and pin her knees together. Give yourself that extra step, and then once you're there, be like, all right, now I'm going to go to side control. Because I just want to make sure that you can do it. Because if you get in a scramble like this with someone bigger than you, they're going to want you. Yeah. Straighten up, bring it over. Good. Now get your pin now attached to here, and use this to keep her leg down. I want your forearm on top of her leg. Yes, and this is just an anchor so that you can just sit on it. Because now, Rika, like, try to move her with your legs. Like, yeah, you can't drive her this way now, right? So now you're ready to come under there, drop your other knee, get your under leg. Yes. Lay down on the table.
Stay tight. Stay tight.
So what I'm seeing from you is I'm seeing you grab here, but you're like this. Yeah, because you feel how you can push against me here. If you're strong, that's a problem. So I am here. I just took your leverage away. Like, if I can push your knees together, I can hang out here all day with 25 minutes. Now I'm ready to.
You felt a little off balance. Man, you could have like choked him out.
What is happening? It's a squash.
Oh, yeah, for that.
Here, let me get out.
Thank you, guys. Blood and guts everywhere.
I saved your guys' life.
Antoinette, green. I know.
There's like a big wash of seven up underneath. It sucks to get
So are you all set? Doing stuff? I have to go through like all my clothes and hats. But you got everything, right? Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting. All three of you guys are there.
Yeah, my parents are so happy.
Yeah, you guys can watch it. Are you guys pretty close?
Is this how you
find any other gyms where you can come back on the weekend? Or?
I'm gonna try a month here. And then I'm gonna try a month here.
It's probably smart. Just to kind of see how the gym thing is. Yeah. And do like a guest appearance. Do it one more time. Because just because you're far away doesn't mean that you should never come back.
Would you like to do this?
I want to try the other side. So take right here.
Which side are you coming? So if you're coming over here, you need to cross it.
Yep.
Nice.
Do it again? Yeah, here it is. Better. Noise. One more time.
I just switched sides, so I leave it on backwards.
It's really slow now. So when you go correctly.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Now with that knee down,
Alright, let's try to really you can tell when things begin to transition into not good. Where you gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is weird.
Okay. You do it again. I'm gonna have to do this one time. So here.
I don't know if you run into this, but my toe flexibility.
Every time I was showing that,
Sometimes you have to cross like this. So I drive.
One more time. I feel like it's harder to
we're gonna add on to this again. Can I borrow you, Mr. Chris? So I want to show us really quick, just from the other side of things, why am I entering like this? Because when you see the other side of it, it makes a lot more sense. So what I'm gonna have Chris do is Chris is just standing here, just we're playing open guard. So if Chris is like chilling and not being like really like aggressive with like his knees, just stand there. So what I'm gonna look to do when we're playing open guard is I'm looking to get some kind of like a handle here. And a lot of high-level practitioners will start playing with Cabela heel guard. They'll look to get control on your ankle, and they'll start to swim their knee in here. Because now you see I can start to turn him. And now that I'm turning him, I can start to off-balance him with this foot. I can look to come over and even start moving towards his back. Like things can get really bad if he allows me to turn his knee over. He is in hot water. I got a lot of fun sweeps I can do for him. So if from the jump he steers this out, now I can't do my fun thing anymore. So even if I'm holding here, I'm stuck. So by
him flaring this and not letting this come in, I have to change my battle plan. You know, I've always got things I can do, but him taking this away from me is like devastating my ability to turn. So now he has control of the direction. If he's not being aggressive here, I have control of the direction. I can turn his knees, I can get behind him, I can lift him, I can go up like this. But now he's in control of the direction that I'm going. So I gotta totally switch gears and start trying something new here. And before I do that, that's when it's his time to act, right? Because jujitsu is not turn-based. So it's not like he's gonna do this and then I'm gonna go, a problem has occurred, but good thing he's not moving because I can change my whole plan now. No, the goal is he comes in and he just immediately starts like dragging me and I'm like, oh, my day is gone bad. So it's about filling in with your game plan and steering the whole match from the jump. I don't want him to have a chance to react to me. I want to know what makes sense for him so that I can shut it down and just do what I feel. Go ahead and lay down again for me, sir. So going off of this again, like Chris is playing open. If Chris chooses to play open guard, I'm just going to assume he's good at it. Because I'm like, why would he pick to be there? So I don't want to disrespect this position. So that's why I need to come in aggressively. And I'm going to come in pointing that leg out. If he's got this foot here, I'm going to drive up. I'm going to get rid of this, and I need to pin. I spoke to a few of you about this, but we were having trouble with this. This is the thing I didn't even realize I was doing. What matters to me is being here, right? So I'm going to find the collar, but I'm not going to like grip up on it yet, because see, look, now I'm not where I want to be. I'm going to find it, but once I found it, I bring myself back and then drop. So like, it's here. Let me make my adjustment. Now I can put pressure and have my knee, right? So now I've got my leg drag. When I feel ready, I want to go to my side control again. I'll swim in, find his head, switch how my knees are, all over here. So, like you said before, I was able to bypass this frame from the start. That is excellent for me because now he can't keep so much pressure off of me. He's going to have a hard time creating space. He just moved this right back when he would want his feet because he knows this is danger, right? So whether or not he moves it, I can still choose to attack. So for now, we'll play with
thing that we're gonna do is I'm coming in aggressively, turning that foot out, and getting rid of the handle that you had on my hip, driving myself down. I wanna find the gi, but then slide myself back so that I have a good anchor here. Now Chris is like trying to keep me away from him, so I'm just gonna sling myself in. Get my position. This again, get So as you, this is the arm that needs to swim. As you move your face to start to make space here, do a little swim in there and grab her wrist. You need to be low on her wrist. Slide it down, slide it down. Remember when you're doing that leg drag, you're coming in hinged, but you need to be straightening your hip to get rid of that foot. Don't just move the leg across your body. That will not work with resistance.
Yeah, if you want me to jerk off. Yeah.
Once you do that,
We taught Jamie that at 13. Oh my god.
that's how blue belt works.
Yeah, down my back. You're coming this way. You want that cross first.
So we've kind of entered a different position now if you're able to get her elbow there. So if she lets you do that, we got choked. In a real situation where she is not letting you just move her around like that, she's got this tucked. So you're gonna turn your head and tuck your chin, and you're actually gonna fish this out with your chin. Hold on, I forgot to tell you to bring this over. So as you're fishing that out, yep, that's gonna come through and start grabbing her wrist. Yes. That was her. So it's like, it's a really little thing. So we're here, right? If she lets me do this, we're in a different situation now. Like I'm gonna look to pass and choke her. She gave me a head and arm. Most really good people, they're never gonna let that happen because they know this is so bad. So they are fighting to keep this in. And if I'm trying to move it, like don't let me. Like she knows, and so I'm like, God, this is annoying and in my way. So I'm gonna be like, all right, whatever. I'm gonna come here, keep this in. Because she's fighting to keep this in, I need to use this. This is all the space I need. So I'm gonna come here
And when I made that space, this is gonna sneak and it'll go right to the wrist. So it's a really little movement, but even though she's doing everything right, I can typically find the space. So here, like, keep this arm in, Rika. So you see I'm just kind of like doing one of those, because I just need enough room to get here. Because even if she's in here, once I'm here, I can use the rest of it. Yeah, so I need to make enough space. The whole goal is that I can get my hand like that. If I'm here and here, even if she's in, I'm like, girl, this is happening, whether you like it or not. I might need to like take some time, but like I'll use my whole head like I'm like a cat and be like, I got a minute, because she's stuck. So like I have time.
I tried playing with that the other day with Scott and just leaning with your head.
Yeah.
Like I knew like
Well, and that's the beauty of using pressure is I have no hurry. She's not going anywhere, so I'm just gonna inch by inch this until I have it.
yeah. Try. Yeah, leading with my head is like the next thing. I'm like, oh my gosh, this actually works. So yeah, you look rough.
So what that smells? Fire sperm.
So I'm gonna give you a little bit of resistance. I want you to do the move my hand. So here,
Check this pattern. I'm always physical. I think on the side. You want to break him. You want to lay him flat.
So like if I came around and I passed it because like sideways, I speak. I'm always looking for a technical mountain, but that's not what we're. If I'm like, my technical mountain always reaches me, and I want to get him flat as this, I'm gonna choose flat. Yeah, so it's either or. It just I love when people are facing me. That's my favorite. Oh. Alright guys, we're going to do a little bit of specific training focusing on this position. If you want to grab like a mouthpiece or anything like that, go for it. It's a good idea with passes because sometimes the accidents happen on the job. So go ahead and grab a water. You can put your water if you need it, or if you want to grab a mouthpiece, and then I'll show you what we're going to do for a specific training. Do it.
Just a 52-year-old baby.
I hear phrases like that. Huh? Can I borrow you, Chris? Alright, so here's what we're going to do for our specific training. Go ahead and lay down, get it for me. We have a lot of us here on the mat today. I want us to get some rolling in, but I don't want us to be crashing into each other. So we're going to combine drilling and specific training. Bring your feet up for me, Chris. So we're going to start just cooperatively drilling like we were. Chris is not giving me resistance. I'm going to get reps in on my leg drag. So I'm going to come in like I should, right? 1 foot forward, turning that leg out. He's got his foot here. I'm going to get rid of that shelf, and I'm going to bring it over, and I'm going to get my staple. I'm going to find his collar, and I'm
sake of our drilling today, is to finish this pass and either get mount or get a submission. Because like when I'm working here, even if I can't get the submission, I do have a good shot to the mount, right? So if I submit him from the side control or I get the mount position, I win. Chris's goal from here, all this badness, is his goal is to either sweep me or get me back in the closed guard. If we get like so scattered up in here that we just end up at like a stalemate because I have to bail, tie. Nobody got anything. But his goal is to try to get out of here and look for a sweep or to get his full guard back. So if he does that and I fall down and he comes up, he won, and then we'll just reset where we were. We're gonna do this for time, so the same person is gonna be working from the top position the whole time, whether or not anybody is successful. But remember, again, this is for the sake of learning. So especially if there's a big size difference or a skill difference between you and your partner, this isn't the time to be like, look how good I am introducing. This is the time to actually put yourself in a little bit of danger so that you both can learn something. Does that make sense?
Perfect.
So you're gonna work your leg drag pass, get in that knee staple position, and from there, person on top, mount or submission, person on bottom, sweep or full guard. Regardless of who is successful, reset with the same person on top. I will tell you when to switch to top and bottom person. Please play smart, please play safe. I want to see you being technical. I don't want to see us flailing and kicking around. Make sure we're keeping track of where people are around us so nobody takes a foot to the back. All right, got your partners, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Wrong one. Strike, hard strike.
See, let's go. I was like, oh my god.
Alright guys, so remember you're cooperatively working your leg drives, but then once you've got the staple is when you're actually begin when you are ready.
No resistance. I'm like, he went, okay, I'm gonna man, and then, no. Alright, ready? This one? So let me get to this one here.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember we are cooperative until you get the
Okay,
legs.
go.
So look up and down for your brain. You're having to be both cooperative and not cooperative. One more minute. Just scoot over that way.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. There are people there before.
We'll shift on this side now. We go on the same. Grab her knee, Avery. Oh, no, don't let her come up, Avery. Come up, come up, come up.
Okay. No. Come on. Come on, I'm out.
So the person on top, once they finish their leg drag, they are looking for either a submission or
something.
Because I'm holding. What happened? 10 seconds. Good, guys. Excellent work. All right, guys, come on, get a perfect picture. And then if you guys want to keep rolling or drilling or have any questions, that.
Right here.
I like being under the very motivational wall. So we can do it. We can do it. There he is. Yay, one of those worked. All right, guys, your time is yours. Still roll. Is 11:30. Okay, you're lucky. Sir. Okay.
Kick you in the nuts.
Did somebody need to use the bathroom?